Hi, my name is Nafisa Sekandari, and I'm an integrative and holistic licensed clinical psychologist specializing in anxiety-based disorders. Today I wanted to talk to you about the Quarantine 15. The Quarantine 15 is similar to the Freshman 15, where freshmen that go off to college end up gaining 15 pounds the first year of school. So over the past 5 to 6 weeks, people that have been sheltering in place and socially distancing themselves have found themselves to be gaining 15 pounds just from being at home, not working out, not exercising, and snacking all day long. So today I wanted to talk to you about not only avoiding the Quarantine 15, but also steps you can take to boost your immune system so that you're not prone to gaining the weight, but also staying healthy as well. Today I read an article by the New York Times that talks about how many people are focusing on buying processed foods, packaged foods, and not buying the vegetables and the healthy foods that their body needs to stay healthy. It's gotten so bad that grocery stores are actually throwing away tons of vegetables because they're afraid it's going to go bad, or it is going bad because nobody's buying it. That is exactly what we need to be eating right now to not only keep ourselves healthy mentally, but also physically, and avoiding the Quarantine 15 that so many people are getting. I know there's a lot of memes out there right now that people talk about the number of times they're going to the refrigerator to get another snack out of boredom, but there's a lot of truth to that, and that is leading to the Quarantine 15 pounds that everybody's gaining over the past couple of weeks. So in order to avoid that, we need to not only make healthy food decisions, but there are some steps that you can take to boost your immune system. So one of the things you can do is eat more foods that are rich in vitamin C. Vitamin C foods are all those foods that are basically from the rainbow, the reds, the yellows, the purples, the greens, that have a ton of antioxidants in them, and they can actually boost our immune system. One of the ones that are rich in vitamin C obviously are the citrus fruits, the oranges, the lemons, and the grapefruit, but also bell peppers, red onions, and a lot of leafy green vegetables are really good for you as well during this time. They can actually boost your immune system just by adding them to your diet. You can also eat a lot of blueberries and avocados and nuts and seeds that also have a lot of vitamins as well. One of the things that I like to do is freeze my avocados and use them in various recipes like smoothies, or make guacamole out of them, make avocado toast. Avocados actually are a rich source of glutathione, which is the master antioxidant for our body, and it's really good at boosting our immune system. It also has a lot of fiber and obviously a lot of healthy fats that our brain and our body needs. So one of the things that I do is I buy a lot of avocados and then I freeze them, and then that way I have them ready whenever I need them. And I just what I do is I cut them out, take the skin off, obviously, cut them in half, remove the seed, dip them in lemon juice, and then put them on a cookie sheet individually, freeze them overnight, and then put them in bags. And I have them available whenever I need them. One of my favorite smoothie recipes is just adding an avocado with some almonds or coconut milk or coconut water, and then adding bananas and collagen or bone broth protein, and making a smoothie out of that. It's not only nutritious, it's also delicious. So make sure you add avocados as much as you can in your diet, and buy them when they're on sale. I normally buy them when they're 4 for $1, and then buy a bunch of them and freeze them and use them later on. So that way you can always have avocado with you as you need. Avocado toast is a great way to start your morning. Another vegetable you can add are mushrooms. Mushrooms are rich in vitamin D, and right now a lot of people that are even deficient in vitamin D not only have mental health issues, but they also are struggling with getting sick frequently. So increasing your vitamin D not only through sunshine but also through vegetables is a good way to get started, and mushrooms are rich in vitamin D, along with wild fish. Wild fish is also a really good thing to add to your diet if you can. I really like wild Alaskan salmon, but if that gets pricey, find out if you can either get wild fish or incorporate fish oil into your diet as well. Make sure when you're choosing your fish oil that it's high quality fish oil so that it doesn't have mercury in it, because you don't want to get the benefits of fish oil and then poison yourself with extra mercury in your brain. Just make sure that the fish oil you are using is high quality. You can also add raw garlic to your diet. You can add raw garlic to your diet through making hummus, for example. You can use raw garlic in there. Garlic has antiviral and antibacterial properties, so it's a really good thing to add to your diet, and also it's really good for your gut. Garlic is a really good prebiotic that your gut bacteria really benefits from, so it's a really good vegetable, I guess, to add to your diet. Another thing you can add is green tea. Green tea, as being a hot beverage, is actually really good at moving mucus around in your body, but it's also rich in quercetin, which it has a ton of antioxidants, and it's really good at boosting your immune system as well. Another strategy that's really beneficial in keeping off the quarantine 15 is intermittent fasting. So if you haven't heard anything about fasting, that's when you abstain from food. There are different types of fasting. So there are some people that fast for several hours, whether it's they stop eating after dinner, like around 7 o'clock, and then they eat again around 11 or 12 the next day. So that's about a 16 to 17 hour fast. You're basically limiting your window of eating. So you're limiting it to an 8-hour window, for example, and that's the only time you can eat. There are people that fast just only twice a week. They only maybe on a Monday or a Thursday they eat about 500 calories during those 2 days, and then they eat regularly the rest of the time. There are people that only eat one meal a day, and this is called OMAD. Literally stands for one meal a day. They will eat dinner and then they'll fast the rest of the time until their next meal, which will be about 20 to 24 hours between meals, depending on how long they go for. And there are different types of fasting. Some people fast twice a week and they will have 500 calories during that time. There are people that have dry fasting where they have no water or liquids that they take in. And then there are people that have wet fasting where they are not eating any food for that time, but they are consuming liquids like teas, coffee, and just a lot of water, just nothing sugary. And they're keeping the calories to below 35 calories when they're doing a wet fast. So there's different types of fasting. So again, there's wet fasting, there's dry fasting, there's extended fast. There are people that can go a whole week without eating. There are people that are just on a liquid or a water fast. So there's different types of fasting. If you're interested, go visit that YouTube video called The Science of Fasting to learn more. This week, actually, billions of people around the world, the Muslims, will be fasting for Ramadan. Ramadan is a period of time where Muslims fast from sunrise to sunset for 30 days. You can eat anything you want after sunset until sunrise. There are people that will eat twice a day during this time. So they will have dinner, they'll break their fast, and then they'll wake up in the middle of the night around 3-4 o'clock in the morning before the sun rises. So they will get up in the middle of the night and they will eat something to sustain them during the 12 to 14 hours of fasting that they will go through during the month of Ramadan. So fasting is a great way to help you manage your weight during this quarantine period and avoid the quarantine 15. There are some people also that are just eating 2 meals just without even fasting. They might have a dinner and a bar, or they might have a breakfast, a lunch, and then they might have like a smoothie, maybe a protein bar for lunch, and then a dinner. Or you can have a smoothie, a salad, and then a regular dinner. So there are different ways to do this, but make sure that you're eating a balanced meal. Make sure you're getting vegetables. Make sure you're getting a good carb, a good fat, and a good protein for every meal, and limiting the amount of processed snacks that you're consuming. And if you're going to snack, choose healthy snacks. So choose healthy snacks like fruits, vegetables, hummus. There's this one wonderful dip called bitching sauce that I really like. It's full of protein and nutrients. You can use that as a snack, and just make sure that you're planning and not sabotaging yourself with heavily processed foods and sugary snacks. Another thing you can do to make sure that you're not gaining the quarantine 15 is to drink a lot of fluids. Make sure that you're hydrated throughout the day. Drink a lot of water. You can drink herbal tea or green tea or black tea. Just don't have too much caffeine, because that'll increase your jitteriness and make you more anxious. But having caffeine and green tea will calm you, but at the same time will also hydrate you and give you the antioxidants that you need. And then the hot tea will also move that mucus around, keeping you healthy as well. You can also add apple cider vinegar to a glass of water and then add some pink Himalayan salt or Celtic salt into it as well. It'll just it'll help with your digestion. It'll help boost your metabolism. It'll help you just flush out a lot of the toxins as well. It's a great way to get your enzymes flowing in your stomach when you're eating. So you can add it in the morning when you're having breakfast or before you have dinner. It's a great addition to the juices and the acid in your stomach. It'll increase the acid, help you digest your food better, making sure that everything is moving. And talking about making sure everything is moving, exercise is key right now and helping you to move everything around in your body, making sure that you're releasing feel-good chemicals in your body and making sure you're boosting your metabolism. So even though you're home, even though the gyms are closed, that doesn't mean you can't be active. Even if you're active for 1 minute at a time, even if you're doing jumping jacks for 1 minute, just go ahead and move around throughout the day. Don't just sit and binge watch all day long. I know that people are bored, people are frustrated, and there's not a lot of motivation. But if you structure your day, if you create routine for your day and add exercise, you'll be more motivated and you'll get more done and you'll feel more productive as well. There's so many videos. A lot of the gyms are offering free live videos that you can follow. There's a lot of free videos that you can follow as far as yoga, resistance. You can do all of this on YouTube. So there's no excuse. Just get up and just move around a little bit. It's good for your mind. It's good for your body. And it'll also help you ward off the quarantine 15. Another thing to add is walking outside in the morning. It's so important to get that morning light to reset your internal clock. Going outside right now and getting that morning light is really, really key to releasing feel-good chemicals in your brain like serotonin, but also resetting your clock, your internal clock, so that it helps you with your sleep, and so that when you're sleeping better, when you're getting that rest and reparation that you need, your body's repairing itself, your body's healing itself, and so you are going to be more mentally stable, and then also helping your metabolism be stable as well, because stress, anxiety, and lack of movement will also lower your metabolism, and that will help you gain weight as well, and the stress will also reduce or increase cortisol in your body, making your body hold on to fat. So get up, move, but also go outside and get that sunshine in the morning. It'll help with the vitamin D. It'll help with boosting the serotonin in your brain. And then it'll also help you reset the internal clock so that you can sleep better at night. And then also, keeping a routine is really, really important. Making sure you're not staying up too late, making sure you're not sleeping in too late. Get up at a regular time, get up and change out of your pajamas and into regular work clothes, just so that you feel more energetic as well. When you're walking around, not showered, not dressed, that's going to affect the level of energy you're having. So get up, get dressed, create routine throughout your day so that you feel more productive as well. Another thing I really like to do is start my morning with silence, just not rushing to my social media, not rushing to my email, not rushing to watch the news, just starting with silence and feeling more connected. I like to pray in the morning, I like to meditate, I like to do my yoga stretches, I like to maybe journal or read, but I like to have a slow morning. I don't want to get up and just rush. And that's the beauty of right now. The alarm clock isn't going off. There's nowhere for you to go. So start with a slow morning, even if you have to get up a little bit earlier before everybody else in the house wakes up, just so you can have that slow morning for yourself. It really makes a big difference for the rest of your day. Just adding some prayer, meditation, journaling, affirmation. It's a great way to get your day started. So I mentioned journaling. This is a really good time to journal out your feelings about what's going on. Make sure you're not bottling up things inside of you so that it's just building up. Journal out if you're angry at anybody. I know that everybody's home and people are probably getting on your nerves. Your kids are getting on your nerves. Your partner is getting on your nerves. Your other family members are getting on your nerves. Just journal all of that so that you're not taking it out on your loved ones. You're taking it out in the journal, and then you can just rip it up if you want to. But you're getting it out of you, getting it outside of you. This is also a really good time to visualize. Visualize what you want to see. Visualize what you want to see for the day. Visualize how you want to, what you want to accomplish. Visualize how you want the changes you want to make in your life. Using visualization early in the morning or even late at night are really good to really reset just the negativity around you. So make sure you make time for visualization. And it doesn't matter how big you dream, doesn't matter how out of reach these dreams are, just go ahead and do it anyway. So take advantage of this time in any way you can, because before you know it, you're going to be back at the rat race and getting back in the grind. But right now you have the time to be productive. Don't just be lethargic. Don't just sit around and waste this time. That's how the quarantine 15 pounds will pack on. So, but if you're being proactive, if you're working on changing your eating habits and exercise habits, creating more calm in your life and reducing that cortisol in your system, you can avoid gaining that quarantine 15, and you won't have to work so hard getting rid of it or once summer gets here. So take advantage of it, do what you can, relax, journal, make good food decisions, and hopefully you'll avoid gaining that quarantine 15. All right, take care, stay safe. Until next time, bye-bye.